Hey guys, welcome back. As you know, we've been working on this game Spookville Cabin Escape for about the past 9 months, but with the recent debacle with Unity and its revenue sharing plans and just honestly, the confidence lost in Unity itself, we have made a major decision to go with Unreal. And so this devlog is all about just trying to get our boy character into Unreal with animations as our first step in migrating our project over. So stay tuned and watch me struggle. This is going to be interesting. Okay, so the first thing I had to do was open up the character inside of Blender, and I manually renamed all of the bones to match the Unreal standard. And then I imported the character using the import widget in Unreal, and I immediately corrupted and crashed my project. So I started up a new one, removed all dependencies, re-imported the character, fought the transformation of this position and rotation, tried retargeting the animations and just wasn't getting anywhere. Super difficult, and just even trying to get the animations retargeted from the mannequin over to our character. So I decided to re-import him as version 2. Start the import process over again. Make a few more tweaks to the armature inside of Blender. And began chaining the bones. What this will allow me to do is retarget the animations in real time instead of baking them onto the skeleton of the boy. As you can see, I was still fighting the transformation and the scale of the boy character versus the mannequin. Graphical issues like the eyeballs not showing the material properly, I'll fix later. Okay, so now I was getting closer and actually able to see the retargeted animations on the character. So I really felt like I was making some good progress. Seeing the character actually move told me I was getting close, even though I was still struggling with the transform of the character. So, one thing you couldn't notice, because I was going so fast, is that there was a bit of a wiggle artifact. The character was kind of sliding back and forth left and right when the animation was playing. So I made one more tweak in Blender, and I had to kind of redo the entire process of rechaining the armature to the character. I also individually chained the clavicle instead of it being part of the end of the specific arms. I made it its own joint. Once I got all the armature chained up and configured, I had to add the IK retargeter. Immediately, I noticed a big difference. You could see that I didn't have to modify the transform for the character based on these last changes. Then I added an animation blueprint. Then I opened up the third person blueprint, added a skeletal mesh inside of the existing mesh, hid the visibility on the mannequin object, and yeah, there we go. We have a boy character with animations. So after about, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 hours of trying to find a good tutorial and everything, I've got our boy implemented in UnrealEngine, and I can't be more happy that it's over. Now there's some textures missing. I'm going to fine tune that, but yeah, this was a little bit painful. Not as easy as setting up an animator with a humanoid rig in Unity, but he's in. So I actually think some of the importing other meshes is going to be a breeze, especially ones that don't involve any animations. The retargeting was atrocious. I modified the model itself in Blender. I renamed the bones. I tried multiple different ways of doing it. The only way I could figure out how to do it is what I've shown here. So I am excited to have that done, even though he looks a little creepy with no irises or anything in his eyes, but he is inside of Unreal. So after a full day of tutorials and struggling and trying to figure out how this all works, I think I've got it. So step 1 checked off.